So thank you again for joining us today. And a little bit about Dr. Beatrice Lukose. She is referred to as the Queen of Communication. She's an enthusiastic lady from the slopes of Mount Kenya and now living in the Netherlands. She's the CEO of Mindflix Media Africa. It is a business hub with 15,000 registered entrepreneurs and investors from Africa and the diaspora that provides IT support, funding, data, and insights about Africa. She's also the CEO of WealthFest Africa with a big passion to influence the people of Africa to step out and take up the various opportunities available for wealth creation. That is where I agree with her, and that's the work we'll do together with her. She's also the founder of iMotivate Solutions, an award-winning IT company that specializes in building business IT solutions. She's also the European coordinator of Women in Business Network of about 1.2 million women. She has worked for 15 years with the United Nations. She has a doctorate in business administration in emotional intelligence and business, and she got that from Switzerland. In 2021, she was recognized by the African Women in Europe as an award winner for an outstanding achievement during the pandemic. In 2018, she received the Exceptional Woman of Excellence Award at the Economic Women Forum in Europe. She's a well sought out transformational speaker and a gifted author. And I know that she's going to shed some light around this conversation around diaspora wealth. The African diaspora is key when we talk about Africa economic development. And so I can't wait for you to share with us what it is that you're doing and what you think we need to pay attention to, because I keep telling people when we're going to change anything, when we need to transform, it starts with the mind. So thank you again, Dr. Beatrice Lukose. I know you have so much to do, but you took the time today to come in and shed some light around this. So welcome again to the Africa Wealth Conference, and the mic is all yours.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Are you able to allow me to share the screen by any chance? That would be lovely.
Yes, let's go ahead and see how you can share the screen.
Yes, I need to be around to...
Yes, you can go ahead and share your screen right now. We'll be able to see it.
Okay, let me see how we can do that. So I'm looking at the options here to share the screen. I'm just looking at the options. So not yet. Anyway, I think we can go on. Not yet. I'm not able to see that yet. So we just go on, I guess. Yes, yes, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so very much for that wonderful, wonderful introduction. And yes, I want to start with the words that I love so much, and that is Ubuntu, Ubuntu. Yes, yes, it's all about being together, getting connected together, right? Yes, yes, that's why we're here this evening. It's actually evening here, and in some parts, I'm sure it's morning. In other parts, it could be afternoon. And yes, many thanks to Africa Wealth Conference team for organizing this wonderful, wonderful event and actually honoring me to be one of the keynote speakers. Yes, yes, fantastic. I'm really humbled by that. And thank you for that wonderful introduction. And it has been a long journey, but these achievements that I have gotten along the way, I wouldn't have been able to achieve them if were it not for my own people back in Africa and the motivation that they have given me. And so those wonderful, wonderful attributions to me and accreditations are what keeps me going. That's what makes me wake up early in the morning. And today I want to take you through a quick journey of how we as diasporians can actually change our mindset for wealth generation. So my title today is gonna be the mindset for wealth generation. And I've been so much honored to be listening since this morning. I have learned so much. There's always an opportunity to learn something new. There's always an opportunity to gain more knowledge, and that is what has happened today. Now, looking at the current situation in Africa, and this is a situation that has faced all of us wide world, the current pandemic. The current pandemic has caused such a major challenge and what I would even call severe and widespread effects on the economic situation, not only in Africa, but globally. And now that we're talking about Africa, this has led to a rise in, for example, unemployment, insecurity, not to mention the emotional pain that it has caused. And I would call this one of the biggest challenges that we are facing today, especially as an African family. African continent. Our narrative for a very long time has already been a bit distorted. We have always been perceived as being poor, devastated, war zone area, corrupt continent. And now when we add the pandemic, the challenges are even bigger. Some of the highlighted challenges that we've been watching here, especially in Europe in the media, they say we lack democracy. They say we have bad governance. We are corrupt. Human rights violations, ethnic tension, you can name it. That's what we have been crowded with. That's how they see us. That's how we have been seen for many, many years. And I'm saying this because I wanted to start with the pain that we as Africans in Africa, the Africans in the diaspora, we have a big challenge. And this challenge is real. We have to change the narrative. We have to change the image of Africa. We have been distorted for so long. Our brothers and sisters in the US are crying every day for the social injustices. In every street, in every corner of every state. I wanted to bring out the challenge that we face as a family, as an individual, as a continent, as a society, as a nation. I wanted to start with the pain. And the question is, having said all this, is there beauty in Africa? Is there beauty? I believe there is. And it is our own individual stories and experiences, our own stories that will change this narrative. And that's why I'm here to talk about the mindset that we need to hold on to take us to the next level. I'm going to start with a little bit of my own story, just to paint a little bit of a picture. I am married to a tall, dark, handsome man. His name is Dr. Jones Lukose. And both of us are college lovers. We met in a university in Nairobi, Kenya, during our undergraduate studies. No wonder we passed with the flying colors, first class. Just a disclaimer. But we tied knots to be happily ever married, and that was in 1997. But little did we know that that year's presidential election violence, political turmoil would alter the trajectory of our marriage differently, to say the least. The farms, the foreign farms we were working for pulled out operations from the country, and we were left jobless and financially exposed. And so here we were going through a pandemic, devastated with life. And we questioned about everything. What did we do wrong? We listened to what everybody said we do. We started questioning our choices. They said we go to school, work hard, get married, get a job. We did all that. But what happened? Could everybody have been so long? So there I was, just a few months in a relationship with these major problems. And I want to say something, that no matter how difficult the situation can be, we can always make it worse for ourselves. I was way too negative, way too judgmental. And the life-changing moment came when we were blessed with our daughter. And I remember looking at her on my hands after I delivered her. I looked at her and I knew she deserved something good. What is that wake-up call for you? For us, it was our daughter. And I knew I had to do whatever it takes to give her the best. I needed something to trigger my mind to start taking the right actions. Come out of the old self. Come out of the old self and start a new journey. And I came up with a slogan. And I said, get set and make it happen. Beatrice, get set and make it happen. What is your slogan today to change your legacy? What is your slogan today? And I wrote 3 things. I want to start generating family wealth. I wrote 3 things. I want to start up my own company. Start my own company. I want our children to go to international school. I want to live in Europe. And I want to just make this a little bit clear. When I was writing these things, we were living in a very small single-bedroomed house in Malindi, sleeping on the floor and with no food on the table. I wrote those 3 things. How would I have lived in Europe from a small rented room? How could that have happened? But the moment you change your mindset, the moment we change our mindset, the how to do it also shows up. So number 1, due to the presidential violence, we could not start our business in Kenya. So we relocated and went to Uganda. Why did we go to Uganda? Why? Because Museveni had just gotten into power then and was welcoming foreign investors. So we registered our first online business in 1998 in Kampala. There we were. It took us 1 day to get our business registered. What were we doing? Information management and real estate. There we go. But little did we know, by taking that journey, that the clerk who helped us with the whole process of registering our company would tell us that the Ministry of Local Government in Uganda was looking for tenders to digitize all their local government records. So we put in our tender and we won the tender. To cut the whole long story short, and I'm talking about the mindset, that's why I'm taking you through a journey. Mindset of wealth generation. Our journey did not even start in Kenya, our home country. We had to relocate to a different country. But little did we know that the project we did in Uganda, in all the districts, from Kampala to Lila to Gulu, all that we did would be recognized by other governments. So from there, it was Rwanda, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Jamaica, Tanzania, digitizing their local records. And then the United Nations recognized our work and they asked us to come on board and help them set up systems in Arusha, Tanzania. And from there, they said, we are also doing the same in Europe. Would you come and help us set the systems in Europe? So we came to Europe in the Netherlands. We have been here now for 15 good years with our 2 children, working for the United Nations, helping them to set up the systems. But more than that, this is another narrative. The part of United Nations that I work for deals with crimes against humanity. Crimes against humanity, genocide, atrocities. And guess what? Most of the cases we are trying painfully are from Africa. And I have had a moment to look at a child soldier holding a gun and seeing death on the eyes. He has killed over 1,000 people. This is my own continent. War-torn zones. Can we change the narrative? Through that experience of living in different countries in Africa and here in Europe, interacting with the US, I can still proudly say, I love Africa. It's my continent. Kenya is my country. But there's one thing in common for sure. It's time for Africa to rise. A wise man once said, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. And the question is, how? As a serial entrepreneur, I believe that the key to political, social, and economic, cultural transformation in Africa will come with the change of the way we think, the way we see ourselves, the way we see Africa. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. How do you think? How do you see yourself? How do we see Africa? With the Africa 23 agenda now, with the ratification of the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement in 2019, is there a change in the mindset? Yes, the journey has started. And we can only join in this journey to make things better. And so in this session, I'll take you through 3 C's quickly that I believe are the key mindsets towards wealth generation. Number 1, character. Number 2, communication. And number 3, connect. Character, communication, and connect. During my research for my doctorate in business administration, I focused a lot on emotional intelligence. And there's one thing I learned that revolutionized my life. It changed the way I think about life. And this is a key fact, that life is only 20% tactical and the rest is all mindset. If 80% is mindset, then why do you spend so much time in school learning? Tactical, academic. And I'm not saying they are bad, but I'm saying, could we have been missing some key elements along the way that could make us even greater people? But there's good news along the way. It's never too late. It's never too late. So what about character? There's so much I can say about character, but I have 2 things for you today. Forget about fear and procrastination. This is what is eating us. Today we have been going through a journey of wealth generation. And I've listened since morning. The first keynote speaker I listened. And what is affecting us most is fear, procrastination. When I started my first online business in 1998, all I wanted was to go online. reach as many people as possible, generate wealth. But what no one ever told me is that I would be suffering with procrastination. I procrastinated day and night. Fear had taken a toll of my own bones until I had to come up with something that can help me wake up in the morning and not procrastinate. And that is GAME, G-A-M-E, GAME, acronym. Think about the goal. What is the goal? Is your goal to write a will? Is it to start saving? Is it to start an online business? Write it down. G, A, accountable. Get somebody to be accountable to. What about motivation? Enjoy every mile of your achievement and then take time to evaluate. The next part of character, which is very, very important, is the money mindset. What is your money mindset? We've gone through a lot about investments, how to save. What is your money mindset? When you went to school, what did you learn about money? They taught you everything to do with financial management, about financial accounting, investment options, etc. But did they teach you that there's an emotional connection with how we spend our money? There's a high correlation between how you spend money, how you earn money, how you invest money, and your own emotions. Perhaps not. No wonder some of us will have an opportunity to hold so much money on our hands, but then it disappears so quickly. Studies have shown that there are three major ways in which our money mindset and wealth mindset has been programmed. And that is verbal. What did you hear? Did you hear that money is the root of all evil? Save your money for a rainy day, then it will be saving every day, which is fine. I'm not against saving, but what is the purpose of your saving? Is it for a rainy day? Then it will be raining every day. Rich people are greedy. Did you hear those kind of words? Are they in your subconscious mind somewhere? What about visual programming? What did you see? Were there bitter arguments growing up about money? What about the experience? What did you experience? Did you experience divorce, maybe illness, maybe unemployment, maybe other hardships? Did they have an effect on your emotional connection and how you see money? Did they? Most likely, yes. One of the greatest authors about wealth says, wealth can only grow. It can only grow to the extent to which you do. So that's very important, a very important factor. So we need to condition ourselves. We need a mindset shift for us to start acquiring wealth. Self-awareness, recondition yourself. Maybe think of positive money conversions, start changing your mindset. The second C is communicate. How do you communicate? How do you communicate? And communication is very key to wealth generation. You need to communicate like a leader, Tell your story effectively so people can connect with you. If you're looking at clients, how do you communicate your message so that it raises the hairs of your prospects or clients' arms? This is for the entrepreneurs. What about you as an individual? What message do you have that shows that you know the future? You know what you want for yourself, what life is all about, yourself and your family. Communication is very key. And then connection. We have to connect. There's a truth that is behind every multi-billion, and I'm saying what, billion-dollar companies today. Look at them, Airbnb, Amazon, Facebook, Google. There is something they're using. There is a secret, and this secret is leveraging on the power of technology to connect. Using systems to scale their businesses online 24/7. So if you want to sleep peacefully while you're generating passive income, think about scaling your business 24/7. Think about connecting with the financial institutions, financial advisors like we have had today. Connect with Anne. She'll help you. So very, very important, connect. And going back to my goal of setting up a business, we have come up with 3 businesses, and that is Mindflix Media, iMotivate Solutions, and WealthFest Africa, that are well registered here in EU and also in Kenya. This was one of our major portfolios as a family, because this way we're not only gaining, but we're also helping many other people. WealthFest Africa is a state-of-the-art virtual platform, a great movement that organizes events annually. We have one coming up in August. I'll invite all of you, you're welcome. And another major one in December, where we get high-level speakers, mindset changers, exhibitors, sponsors, delegates, and other stakeholders across the world, and we put them together. Just like what Anne has done with her team, bringing us together, WealthFest Africa. This was formed last year, and we had our first event last year. And the statistics just spoke for themselves. For example, the attendees loved the app, so much so that we had 80% downloads. Within those 2 days, we had sponsor impressions of about 100,000, 700 impressions. Speakers downloading the app, 79%. We had a great, great turnout. And it presented entrepreneurs with those great opportunities to advertise, drive traffic towards increased business opportunities. Moreover, sponsors gained a lot from the leads, as you can see about the impressions. I just mentioned 100,000, 700. So from these leads, the data generated at this conference, they were able to use it to get meaningful relationships. Our next venture is called iMotivate Solutions. iMotivate Solutions brings success in every area of your business. And this is where we transform your business using technology, cool technology, where we use AI, artificial intelligence. And my background is on emotional intelligence. When the two marry, the sky is no longer the limit. So we use new technologies to create powerful global networks. What about Mindflix Media? Mindflix Media. Mindflix Media, very powerful. Very, very powerful. We started it this year. That was around February, March. And through this, we have been able to get registrations over 50 countries in Africa, including the diaspora. As we stand today, we have 15,000 registrations. And we have had capital requests of about 4.5 million US dollars. And so this makes Mindflix Media one of the largest entrepreneur intelligence and funding community focused on Africa. And it's expanding daily. It brings together resources and the very best leaders, coaches and trainers, others from Africa and the diaspora to a platform that transforms mindsets in Africa in various sectors. And just to mention, through one of our ventures, iMotivate Solutions, we have been able to help, for example, women in business. They came to us, and if you have a membership organization, for example, and you're looking, for example, for a marketplace where you want to move your members from individual businesses to a members kind of a platform, market where they can sell their goods collectively. There's something we have gone through a journey with a couple of organizations. What about real estate? Property listing, property reservation, sales, automated customer services. So going through the whole journey with an angle that makes real estate process very easy. I know most of us, like myself, are looking forward to going back home and own a property, a piece of real estate, at least have a home. These are services we are providing. And not only just do we provide the service, a gateway for you to go back home, but we also have systems that help developers, real estate developers, to achieve their goal. We are looking at one right now in Congo, building a whole city, and they want it to be a tech city. So we have partnered with them. We can do great things. We can do exploits together. We can do it. This is just a small thing, just a small door. We have seen the opportunity, and we have come as people in the diaspora to look for ways of connecting all the dots. We are collaborating with Legal Africa, our African women in Europe, and in many other organizations. We are coming together. We are no longer fighting this battle alone. It's all about the mindset. Cows never finish grass for each other in the field. It's always enough. It's no longer time for us to fight each other. It's time for us to come together. Think about yourself, your family, and the continent of Africa. There's so many opportunities. And hence, the reason why, since we started Mindfreaks Media, we have had 15,000 registrations. So moving, so touching to see how hungry we are as Africans to come together, because this is the right time for partnership, for collaborations, and for networks to change the narrative of Africa. There's so many opportunities. And I cannot wait to collaborate even further after this conference. So with those few words, through Mindfreaks Media, we're also able to produce for you, as well as Legal Africa, intelligence on Africa, everything an entrepreneur needs to know. For those who don't know more about communication, we also have Mindfreaks Media Speakers Club for communication and pitching, business pitching. And we have weekly mastermind classes. So we are looking forward to working in collaboration with all of you. Mindfreaks Media is open for collaborations. Let's come together and collaborate. And with those 3 C's, we shall go far. Thank you so very much.